Thanks for staying with us. So our next hot topic is coming directly from Enugu State. We got reports that people in Enugu, Nigerians in Enugu, are complying to the sit-at-home order from IPOB. And the governor of the state has since redirected his citizens to go about their normal businesses. We'd like to hear from Nigerians in that state and other regions who are complying with IPOB. What is going on and why do they choose to align with IPOB on this sit-at-home order? Call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can also send us messages on YouTube and Facebook. We'd really like to hear your messages. So when we read this report, sit-at-home order, I mean, people have complied. I think it's on Mondays. Every Monday they said. And citizens have complied 2 weeks in a row. And the government is taken aback. Like, what happened? How come everybody seems to have complied to this? I beg to wonder that, okay, who is in control of the state? So what are your thoughts on this sit-at-home order? Do you think, how does it play out in your mind when you read about this? And I'd like to, before we're taking calls from the Southeast, Tope, you want to start?
Yes, I was very worried. I've been worried about the Southeast since the inception of Nnamdi Kanu. Even before he now became, we now have IPOB and we had ESN. I've been very worried, and I think that when we don't deal with the root cause of any problem, we nip at a few things, elements that we can handle, we will still continue to face the same problem over and over again. There is a feeling of lack of government presence, and lack of trust of the system across Nigeria. And I think that's the real problem. We don't trust the system. We don't trust the government is working for us. We don't feel the impact of the government working for us. And so if anybody seems to be speaking and connecting with us, connecting with our needs, then we'll listen to that person. So it's happening in the Southwest. It's Sunday Igbo. It is the clamoring for this one, that one. It's happening again. And it happened in Niger Delta, where there was consistent clamor for marginalization, our oil spills, resource control, and we didn't deal with the problem. We sorted some elements, but the real problem is still on ground. And now we are seeing it rear its head in the Southeast, where a group of people feel like, my people are suffering, my people are uncomfortable, and they are saying we would protest like this. Now, whether the citizens of the southeastern state that have complied were cowed into compliance, or whether they complied based on fear of their lives or coerced into compliance, the point is somebody, not the government, made people sit at home. The government should be worried, and it is not an attack. It is not by threatening people or fighting them. It is by understanding why are people complying? Why do people trust these guys? Why are they listening to them? What's the problem?
Well, to be fair, I mean, if you feel that an order was given and it says if you come out, you'll regret it. I mean, first thing, we have this self-preservation thing as human beings. And your government has said that if you don't come to, like in Anambra State, if you don't come to work, we'll not pay you salaries. You regret it, not pay salaries for 1 month. I will stay at home. I can let the salaries go, because you regret it could mean many things. Would I be shot at? Would I be hacked? Would I be dragged? You know, you just don't know. Yeah. And nobody wants to put themselves deliberately in the face of violence. And so what maybe the government would need to do is for the people to see more security presence on the streets. That is on the one hand. Secondly, also we need to look at if people just feel that, you know, I agree with this movement and and this is the way to show my support. So if people are saying that, so it has nothing to even do with the threat, or if the government says stay at home, is that this is what I feel, this is what I support this movement, and so I will do. We know people in other countries, they go on hunger strikes. People have died from going on hunger strikes because they want a certain thing to be done. They support a certain cause. And so this is where we have found ourselves. And like Tope said, well, to deal with this is not to deal with a person or a voice. It's an ideology. Yeah. There's a feeling of... disgruntled. Yes, people are not happy. They're disgruntled. So those are the things that people need, the government needs to sort out instead of the person.
So what IPOB is saying is that until Nnamdi Kanu is released, everybody every Monday must sit at home to that period. What do you make of this?
So for me, I think it's becoming obvious that some people are beginning to flow with this ideology in the Southeast. Initially, when it started, I could argue that there were just a few people who believed in Nnamdi Kanu, who believed in Biafra and all of that. But it's seeming to me now, because of the insecurity issues that the Southeast has faced and the feeling that the government has not, stepped in to help them, they are now beginning to say, are you sure it's not this person that will give us the freedom that we want? The freedom to come out of that marginalization, the freedom to be our own people and have equal say on the table. So I'm seeing now, it's seeming to me like a lot of people are now beginning to agree with what is happening. But I also like that it is not, people are not coerced into staying indoors. I would like that it's made open and everybody has a choice. So if you want to join this ideology, you want to stay at home. But if you're compelling everybody to sit at home on Mondays, where people are supposed to be going out there to get daily bread in the midst of COVID-19, exams are supposed to be written right now, and we're not even sure if the children will be allowed to go write in exam. We should think of the implications going forward. Are you doing us something, are you doing to us something that will be beneficial to us in the long run? Or are we going to suffer for this sit at home? So I think everybody needs to open their eyes and ask these questions. They should not force anybody to sit at home.
So Nnamdi Kanu's brother just alluded to what you said. He's saying that because of the NECO exams, they should allow these people to go out and do their work.
So this buttressing Bisi's point, when this clamor started, there were just a few people, and it was just like, oh, majority of Southeastern people don't really care about this. On a very funny note, I was doing my regular Friday class, and somebody was saying, come to Biafra. Like the person tweeted and was commenting under my post and saying, come and develop an estate in Biafra. When you develop estate in Biafra, that's when I will buy. And I've had several people tell me, I cannot buy in Abuja. This country is going to divide. And I'm not saying 1, 2, 3. I'm not saying Yoruba or Igbo. People are saying, I will not buy a land in Abuja because I don't know when Nigeria divides. I don't want my property to be. I want to, please give me somewhere in Owerri. Give me somewhere in Kiniko. So it's a case of little by little, by not dealing with the division, by not dealing with people's hearts' discontent, we have allowed this issue fester. And our leaders need to speak up. The president needs to speak up. Don't just think that dealing with Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. It's Nnamdi Kanu just won, and he has raised the opinion that maybe if we are by ourselves, we'll be fine.
So where we are right now, from what we're saying, it's beyond Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes,
this ideology has grown, and it's gotten quite a lot of support from people. And the government needs to go beyond just arresting Nnamdi Kanu if not done anything. There's more to, there are issues on ground that needs to be addressed. Let me take this call from Madam Awa. Good morning, are you there? Hello, you're live.
Wow.
Hello, Alaji Uba, are you there?
Uba.
Yeah, I think we don't have that call. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mariah, so for me, it's not also about, because anytime the government wants to step in, they go in with force and military. You just see military men everywhere. People cannot go about their daily businesses. I don't think that is what is required right now, because they may sit down and feel for someone to have control of a state, that everybody's sitting at home, we need to bring in military presence, we need to tell them, and that is not what we need. I think this is a time for dialogue. I think this is time that the leaders of the Southeast, the governors of the Southeast need to engage their people. We're not seeing so much engagement. It seems like they themselves are not even paying. They are not even, I don't know how to put it.
I don't think the people believe in that.
Have they called them? Have they called them? They need to. It's not, so body language speaks. You need to call somebody and keep calling. Let the world know that you're calling, you're making noise. We want to make this work. Come out and talk to us. Have they insisted in the call?
Okay, let me take this call from, I think we have another call. Good morning, are you there? Hello, you're live. Please listen to me, not the television. Are you there?
Network. No, the person is there.
Okay, go ahead.
No, please, I want to be in response to what Bisi said, because really, when we discuss here, it's not just to lament the situation, because I want Nigeria to work. I want Nigeria to be together. And I honestly don't believe that Nigeria should divide. I don't think that's the solution. And I must say this to those that are thinking in their mind that there's a Biafra will be better than Nigeria. No. I think that we need to understand that we need to be together. Let's not focus on division. Let's focus on demanding good governance. And if the governors want to win back the trust of the people, they need to not just speak, they need to show
action.
You need to show that I listen to you. I understand that food is expensive. I'm not saying that governor that is coming out and saying that I know the acre of rice is now. I know that bread is now. I know that you must speak a language. The tomato is expensive. Tell me you know what it means. I don't want tell me to help me empathize with me that I am having to pay more for school fees because the government school has failed.
I hear you very clearly, and what you said is very valid. But I don't want us to speak for people who want a new state. I don't want us to speak for people who want their own region. We've seen it all over the world. Where Scotland says, I'm done with you guys, I want to move on. So it's a legitimate agitation. It is how it is handled. Yes, we don't want them to go. There are ways you do it. Yeah. So, but they have every reason to say, I want to pull out. That's constitutional right. Maybe I'll come to you, Marab. Let me take Aminu. Aminu, are you there?
I hope.
Yes, I'm there.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes. What you see, agitation is legitimate all over.
Yeah.
It's legitimate. And if the indigenous people of Biafra wanted to leave Nigeria, I don't want to believe anybody will force them to be in Nigeria. It's their right.
Agree.
We should go for a referendum. Allow them to go. Whoever that wants to leave Nigeria, let him leave. It's not by force. It's not by any reason. So we are only in Nigeria because we feel we are comfortable with each other. If in an event we find out that we are not comfortable with each other, we are not compatible people, we are not benefiting from one another, I don't see any reason we should remain as Nigerians. Nobody will force any Biafran or...
Thank you very much. I'm going to go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation because there are people that have believed in this. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So I'm told we have Clement. Good morning, Clement. Are you there? Good morning, Clement. Are you there?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Good morning. I can hear you.
Go ahead, please. You're live.
I'm here. Good morning. How you guys doing?
Fine.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Fine.
Yes, I'm here. I'm hearing you people. Good morning. Good morning. How you people doing?
We're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. The state.
Talk about your comments, please.
Please, we are having people.
Oh, sorry. I'll come to you.
Thank you very much. Yes. So, you know, when Obiojina and Tope were speaking, I was just listening as per where they talked about asking people the way to do this sit at home in such a way that it does not affect the people running their business and things like that. The truth is that when you have a cause that you are supporting or you're agitating for, sacrifices will be made. Yeah, that is it. There's always the side of, you pick a side, there are consequences to that side. So if it means that for that, we may deny ourselves going to school, we may deny ourselves going to the market, you know, all those things come under things like this. But, you know, going forward, I just feel that it's important that government calls the people of the Southeast to the table. And this is the conversation I think we need to have, which is even, maybe give us a timeline. Southeast, what exactly are your valid demands that you want? In what ways do you feel marginalized? And in what ways can we show you in the next 5 to 10 years that we are, together, you know, we are serious about breaking this divide and incorporating everyone into this. And then if government also listens to the demands and says, this does not make sense for one Nigeria, this may not work for one Nigeria, do you understand? We need to hear that sort of conversations now coming out. It should not just be about arresting and letting one person go. These are the things that we want, and this is what the government can do, and this is the timeline that has been given. And let's see if it will work. But now we have also a group of people from different parts of Nigeria now, not from the Southeast, even from the North. They're saying, you know what? Maybe it's time to let these people get their demands. Maybe it's time to let them get the separate state or country that they want, if it will be better for the rest of the people in Nigeria.
Right, let me take comments from our Facebook.
As a vicious comments, Murayo. So one person is saying, "One Nigeria kill you there." That's from Sunday Sky Leo.
Please speak nice comments.
And but a lot. And I think that we need to. No. We need. I'm not going to read the remaining, but there are several of them who feel this disgruntled enough to wish death on another person. And I think until we realize that we all bleed red, like whether they cut your hand in the east or they cut your hand in the west.
But my own is that when you say you're disgruntled, like what exactly?
No, they have many. They've listed many of their complaints.
So that's it. So
but
a lot of us we hear
we're
upset, we're disgruntled, and we don't hear the exact thing that you
do. They clamor for for an Eastern governor since forever. Like the Eastern governor, Eastern president forever.
Exactly. And then how does that work? What has the Southeast come together to? Who have they chosen together that this is the person that we want to put on our party, and this is what the party is?
Let me just take a few comments and we run off.
Yes, Pascal says that here in the East, nobody is forcing us to stay at home. We just believe that this will bring the attention of government and Eastern elites to work towards the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And there are many people supporting him, right within the comments, with negative comments that I don't want to read, saying that even the Eastern governors are sitting at home.
Let me take Roberts from London.
Obinna Godwin says, United Nations and different cultures where some people are superior than others, where some people are more Nigerian than others, where some people have rights to kill and cannot be arrested, where some people are born to rule. Is that the United Nations you want? So I think with all the agitations they have had so far, the bottom line now is what IPOB is saying is they're tired and they want to go. They no longer believe in the vision One Nigeria because according to everything that they have stated, it hasn't paid them. So I think we should, you know, allow them to have a referendum. Let everybody come together and say, yes, because you can't keep holding on to somebody that is ready, that is no longer interested. So we've tried to make peace. We've tried for you to understand that we are a part of this. You haven't given us that. Do you understand? So I think it's time to allow them to have a referendum.
This thing over and over, and I think I really would like to have a conversation, maybe back-to-back conversation with members of the National Assembly. Let's even, what exactly the issue? Because as a layman, I'm thinking United Arab Emirates, independent countries. Abu Dhabi is different from Dubai. They're all different in different ways. They have their
control their resources.
They control their resources.
True federalism and they're together. So the point I'm trying to make, therefore, is that why is it so difficult for us to replicate these kinds of systems here? What is the hard thing about it?
Mariah, those are the conversations. You know, there's one conversation concerning the Southeast that rings true and often, which is every time we see appointments being made, we do not think that we're ably and well represented.
Exactly.
And I feel that that would have been the easiest thing to do as a government to show that, you know what, this is representation the way it is. Because if we're saying we're really based on people who are qualified or intelligent, we do have a crop of people
that people from there?
Yes. So we do have a crop of people from that place that can represent us. But now going further about the about running for president. Now, this is where the Southeast needs to show
come together.
This is who we have supported. This is what we want. And then you now give the Nigerians an opportunity
to
hold
politics. As I'm sitting down here, I'm also in the case of, I don't really even trust that there's a willingness on the part of the government to hear what is going on. Like, because in other areas, there's still no willingness to hear what is going on. And as long as the government does not get our trust, because the trust has to go overboard. If we don't trust the government, we cannot believe anything that is being said. So whether we, if they promise ABC, we'll still not believe them.
I think by the time I made a post, I was trying to get our colleague from Enugu to tell us what's going on. But these are pictures from Enugu. Total and complete.
Are you kidding me?
This is not cohesion.
This is compliance. These are pictures we're seeing from the Southeast. I mean, I think
we'd like to hear more from them.
I don't know which state this is from, but these are live pictures we're getting. We have to wrap up, but the truth is that what exactly is leadership? Leadership is when your follower is allowing you to lead. If they trust you to lead, they've given you that mantle to lead them. Because the truth is that if the people are losing regard for the system, we need to have a conversation. Because we are the ones that give them the power. And if we say we don't want you to be part of our
Who is a leader without a follower? Who is a leader without a follower?
Looking at that video, it's a very powerful message to the federal government.
If they are listening.
It is. A very powerful message to the federal government, and you need to find a different strategy on how to handle this.
And I hope they listen.
Because it looks like the people have spoken.
And I'd like to wrap up with that. I'd like to wrap up with that because the truth is, protests have become violent. This is a protest.
Yeah. This is the new protest.
This is a different kind of protest.
Yeah.
And it can be very, very impactful. We have to run off. Let's go on a break now. When we come back, move on to another topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.